Hey you guys, so today something interesting has popped up and I thought it would be a really great opportunity to make a YouTube video about it and kind of show you guys how I am going to be writing today with my little niece around. So this isn't my baby, this is my sister's baby, and she needed some help watching her today and I was like, sure, I'd love to help. And I still have a few things I need to do today, but I thought this would be like just a great challenge, I guess, just to like go back. I still remember when my own kids were little, and it was a lot harder to fit in writing time and marketing time and you know, just make progress on all the author stuff. So I thought today it would be like a really interesting challenge to let you guys see kind of like what it's like to fit in some writing time and work time while I have a baby. And again, not my baby, my little niece here. And I may not have her all day. I'm gonna have her for a few hours, I think. We'll kind of see how it goes. But I'm gonna try to get a few things done as well, just as I can, and play with her, take her outside, and just see how I do productivity wise. So I thought it would be interesting to kind of bring you guys along with us and see what it's like when you are a writer mom with a baby. So it should be interesting. Say hi. So right now I think it's just after 9 a.m. It's Friday morning. So I got home a little bit later just because I had to run and pick her up. Uh-oh. Aren't those the cutest little coughs ever? So I have to run and pick her up for my sister's work. I haven't done my morning routine at all, just between like getting up a little bit later than I'm used to. Yesterday, like the past couple of days have been kind of crazy, and the whole week has been a little bit crazy with car trouble, an extra soccer game during the week. So just between getting home super late yesterday and getting into bed kind of late and everything, I didn't get up right at the time that I usually get up. So I didn't have time to do meditation or anything before I had to, you know, get up, get ready, and then get the kids ready for school and everything. And then I dropped them off and then picked up this little bundle. And so I'm gonna, first thing on my list is to do my morning routine, which includes my miracle morning, my meditation, my affirmations, visualizations. We'll see if I can get in a little bit of reading time. And I have 2,000 words that I need to write today, and I need to share the latest Writer Mom video, which came out yesterday and is already up on the YouTube channel, about my morning routine. But with everything that was going on yesterday with the car trouble and picking up my car and the soccer game, I just didn't have time to send that out. So those are really like the main things that I need to get done today. Everything else can probably wait. So those are my goals: my morning routine, write 2,000 words, and send out that Writer Mom video via email, and then of course hang out with this little one, make sure she's fed and happy, and we're probably gonna go outside later. So my niece, we'll call her V. She's about 5 or 6 months old. Right now I have her playing in her little gym, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with my meditation. So anything you can do at this age to kind of keep them busy and entertained, whether it's taking them for a walk, giving them a little dangly toy that they can play with, highly recommend. So I just got done with my 5 minutes of meditation, and we were both right here on the floor. She was playing with her little gym, her little toy, and I just took a peek at her once or twice, and it was great to just kind of focus on my breathing and get that out of the way for today. And you know, it's great when you can just kind of put them on the floor and they can play while you do something. Later I may bring my laptop and start some writing. And you just make sure they have nothing within their reach that they could grab and put in their mouth, that they have something to play with, and then just having them right next to you, they're gonna love that. So if you want to squeeze in some meditation, I recommend the Oak app. In just 5 minutes, of just breathing really helps get your mindset in the right place. I'll also go ahead and share one of my biggest tips for writing when you have a baby or any kind of like work from home situation. I highly recommend you get a really good swing. So if you have like, if you don't have a baby yet and you're gonna, you're gonna have like an upcoming baby shower or something like that, and you're making a registry, you could put a swing on there or just like gift cards on there. When I had my little one at this age or younger, I actually got a whole bunch of Target gift cards, and I was able to pay for almost a whole swing just with gift cards. It was one of the best things for getting them to sleep, keeping them entertained. A lot of babies just find being in a swing extremely comforting, so highly recommend a good swing. I really like the ones that are they swing both ways. They're a little bit pricier, but it just like keeps things interesting when you can for them, when you can switch things up and swing them one way one time and then swing them another way. A lot of times that'll get them right to sleep if they've been having trouble. And then with my little one, when she was little, whenever she was tired, I would put her in her swing, and that was her favorite way to fall asleep, and she would fall asleep for such a long time. I could just like put a movie on for her sometimes when she got a little bit older, and in her swing she was happy watching her movie, or it would help get her to sleep if I put on like Moana or something, just kind of more calming, not too loud, and she loved the songs on there, and she would be asleep right away. So I highly recommend a really good swing, especially if it swings both ways. If I know they're pricey, so if you're on a budget, you can always look on like Facebook Marketplace, see if a family member or a friend has one that they can hand down to you, or like just look online to see if there's one on sale somewhere. But highly recommend a good swing if you work from home. So we've got tummy time going on. I went ahead and finished the rest of my Miracle Morning. I just need to do my morning pages, or thought download as I call it. And we've got, like I said, I've still got her playing here on the floor next to me. I did like 2 minutes of reading. I'm reading Chris Fox's new book, Ads for Authors Who Hate Marketing. It's really good. And I'm picking up lots of little things. I'm already doing Facebook ads. I had mentioned this before. And for the most part, they do pretty well for me. But I'm still really happy to kind of read Chris's take on it, and he has so many good tips, especially if you're like newer to ads in general. His book is really good. It's a pretty quick read, but it's just like jam-packed with all kinds of stuff, so highly recommend that. And then also, I did my visualization and affirmations really quick. Whatever routine you've got going on, or if you don't have one yet, just remember it doesn't have to be super long. As I mentioned in one of my recent videos about morning routines, your whole morning routine could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It could be a 1-minute meditation, 2 minutes of reading, and 2 minutes of writing out your goals for the day. So just something to keep in mind. Highly recommend you have some kind of morning routine to start you off, and it's definitely something you can do even if you have a baby. Oh my gosh, so she finally fell asleep. So she started to get a little bit fussy after playing, and I tried to see if she wanted to eat. She was hungry, so I gave her her formula, or a little bit of cereal, and I got her schedule, so we were behind on her nap, so I was like, alright, let's feed her, and put her down for her nap, and she finally fell asleep. I'm gonna finish up my morning routine now. I just came downstairs really quick to grab a few things that I need for that. So I'm going to run back upstairs, work on the couch with her on the floor next to me, and finish up my morning routine and see if maybe I can get some words in. And just also take a quick look at my Facebook ads and see how those are doing. So look who's awake. So I just finished all my morning routine stuff, and it's kind of funny because it's almost noon. But I think we're gonna go outside for a walk, and then it may be time to go drop her off again. So no words written yet, no Facebook ads done, but at least I got my morning routine done, and still have a few hours before my kids will be home later, so I'm still hoping to get some words in today. We shall see. It is now 12:42 p.m. I just got done feeding the little one here, and she took a good nap earlier, and I was able to finish my morning routine, and then I worked on Facebook ads for a little bit after that. We went out for a walk, and it was so hot, so it wasn't a very long walk at all. That's one of my favorite things to do when I have little ones is take them out for a long walk, and they love that. And but you know, if this were my baby, of course it's always a little bit more challenging when it's not your baby. You don't know all their little quirks and preferences. In this case, you know, I don't have all the equipment I would normally have, like the swing. But going for a walk is like a really great thing you can do. And when they're super little, that'll wear them out enough to where they'll take a nap or something. So, you know, early morning or late evening if it's hot in the middle of the day. And just, yeah, it's been tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit harder just because, you know, like I said, it's not my baby, so I don't really know all her little things that she likes and doesn't like. But I'm gonna see if I can get some kind of words down before I have to go drop her off. It should be interesting. And I would just say, like, my biggest tip is just to, like, find those little pockets of time throughout your day where you can write and you can get in 5 minutes of writing time, 10, 15 minutes of writing time. Sometimes that's, you know, making sure you have the Scrivener app on your phone or Google Docs or a notepad or something. And if you arrive to the grocery store and the baby is napping, then write for a few minutes before you go into the store. Or, you know, before dinner or after dinner, or, you know, at work during your lunch hour, if you spend 20 minutes eating and then you usually hop on to Facebook for the rest of the time, switch that out and make that sacrifice and do a 15-minute writing sprint instead, or however long you can do. And if it's the kind of day where they've kept you up all night and you're exhausted and you can't even hardly remember your name, then, you know, take a nap when they're taking a nap. So don't always make it about just writing as much as you can and you're not even fully rested. You know, get some rest if you need the rest, but also just change your mindset around it. I know a lot of people get frustrated and, you know, they wish they had more writing time. And this, I'm not gonna lie, this is a tough season of life. I've been there. Right now I'm not. I have a 2.5-year-old. It's a little bit easier when they can play on their own, and you can give them a snack or a little bit of TV time, or in my case, you know, I go drop her off Monday through Friday for most of the day, and it makes things a lot easier. But, you know, just remember, it's a season of life. It's not forever, and just try to see it as a challenge and try to find solutions instead of dwelling on the fact that you don't have as much writing time as you would like, or, you know, you can't write 5 minutes without being interrupted or anything like that. Just look for a solution. There's always a solution, so just look for a solution instead of focusing on, you know, all the ways that you're, you know, not wanting to do what you want to do, because I know it's hard, because I wouldn't be happy just being a mom, and that might sound horrible to say, but I love being a mom, but I'm not just a stay-at-home mom for a reason. I love what I do. I love having a career and making my own money. So if that's you too, you know, don't let yourself feel guilty over that, over the fact that you need some me time, you need some self-care, you need your writing time, and find the little ways to make it work and to get that little bit of writing time in. And remember to count it as a win if you do get 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, you know, count it as a win. Don't waste time and just do as much as you can. She's talking now. And yeah, and if it doesn't work to where, you know, your ideal writing day would be writing throughout your morning and being done, you know, at a normal day job hour, then, you know, you just, that's how it is for a while. If it means that you get up before everybody else to get in a writing sprint, and then you get in a couple more during nap time, and then after they go to bed you finally get an hour to yourself, that's what you do for a while. You know, it may not be like what your ideal day would look like, but as long as you're making progress and you're happy and you're taking care of yourself and you're looking for solutions and keeping your mindset in the right place, I think that's what's important. So let me know if you guys have any questions about all this stuff, and if you know how you figure out ways to keep moving forward in your writing. Just remember, it's a season of life. It won't last forever. Make sure to stay present with them as well, because these days aren't forever and you're gonna miss them. So, and before you know it, they'll be out of the nest and you'll have all the writing time you would want. So. Another thing, just as I keep playing with her, is like you might need to pick up dictation for a while, or figure out some kind of setup. Another really great tool that I like when they're super little is like a wrap, some kind of a baby wrap or carrier. And you know, if you can go hands-free and get things done, that's always great. I know there are like lap desks and stuff like that that you could use, or even standing up. If you have them in a wrap, you can set up like on the kitchen counter or something, and you know, type out a few hundred words while they're napping, or they're just wanting to be close to you and they're happy that way. That could work. Right now I have her next to me on the couch playing, so if she could entertain herself, she's not at the age yet where she can like hold things on her own, but if she was, you know, I could have her playing next to me and I have my computer and I can bang out a sprint really quick. So again, just always think of solutions. What kind of setup could you create to where you could write while they're playing, or they're napping, or you know, they're in a wrap. So maybe that's dictation while you take them out for a walk, and then later, you know, you put it into Dragon to transcribe it for you, and you can just clean it up after they're gone to bed for the night. So again, just always think of solutions for how you can get your writing done. It may not be 1,000 words, 2,000 words, or 4,000 words like a lot of people can do, but 500 words a day, 200 words a day, it adds up. And as long as you stay consistent with it, you'll definitely see progress, and by the time they get a little bit older, you'll have written a book or two, and then you can just keep writing and then start producing a little bit more. So I just went and dropped off the little one. It is now 2:10 p.m. I'm about to have lunch. I'm pretty hungry. I have about 50 minutes or 45 before my oldest gets here, and it's time to go pick up my other kiddo. So, and I still need to send out that Writer Mom email. I haven't done any words just yet, but it's okay, you know. That's another thing of having a baby, you know. I said I want to write 2,000 words, and that's not always possible. I think if I had a baby all the time, I would probably be like, alright, my goal is just any words, or 100 words, or maybe 500 words, and just kind of slowly work my way up to those kinds of numbers. But it may be a while before you get anything more than a few hundred words. So I think what I'm going to do is, and I'll just tell you really quick what we were doing. So I gave her another bottle, she had that, and then we were playing for like a good 20 or 30 minutes, just like blowing raspberries and making each other laugh and doing all the silly faces. So that got her nice and tired, and so I went and dropped her off, and then she was already napping by the time we got there, so that'll be good. And now I'm just gonna eat, and then I'm gonna go pick up my kids, take them to piano lesson. Might go to the park, which is right there, and then the kids want to go to the pool because it opened up this week. They've been itching to go, so I think what I'm gonna do is gonna take them for like an hour or so, get them nice and tired, and then get them to bed like right on time as usual, like 7:30 or 8, since I'm pretty sure they're gonna be worn out from swimming, and see if I can get some words in before I go to bed. And I'm also going to go to bed early, not too late, probably around 10, just because I'm tired. It's been a long week, and I didn't get quite enough sleep at the beginning of the week, and I've been feeling tired all week from that. So, and then we have a soccer game tomorrow, so I'm going to eat. If I can get in a few hundred words before my kids get here, then I'll do that, but I'm going to plan to see if I can get at least 1,000 words before I go to bed tonight. I'll see if I can let you know how that goes. Okay, so it is now Saturday morning. It's 8:48 a.m. I woke up about an hour ago and I got like a good full 8 hours of sleep finally, which is great. I still ended up going to bed way later than I had planned. I had told you guys I wanted to get the kids into bed early, me get into bed early, get some sleep, and try to get up early and see if I could do some words last night before I went to bed, like just anything. And maybe even think about getting up today and doing some words. But my kids are both up now at this point. My 2-year-old just got up about 15 minutes ago. My 7-year-old woke up right around 8 or 8:15, and that's pretty normal for them. So slept in a little bit later just because I went to bed late. So we kind of had a change of plans, which is fine. Sometimes I just go with the flow and I don't make a big deal out of it. So my ear started hurting yesterday afternoon and it just kept getting worse. And I started noticing it like right when I went to go drop off the baby. And I was like, great, maybe I have an ear infection, and if I don't take care of this, it's going to get worse. So my brother was going to come over and go to the pool with us, and I was going to see if he could watch my kids so I could run over to the urgent care really quick. But he ended up kind of getting there late, so I just went ahead and took the kids to the pool because it was getting late. We had some downtime on the couch before that, which I needed, frankly, and I worked on a few things, but I was also just kind of relaxing because I was just feeling kind of run down, just from the whole week, I think. And we went to piano lessons, and I took them to the park, and it was just hot outside, so I think that was another reason I just wanted to, like, sit on the couch and relax for a minute. So we got ready for the pool. We went to the pool. We went to the pool for like a good hour and a half, 2 hours. Both of my brothers showed up and they were playing. And so even though I was planning to just let the kids play there for a little while before I got them into bed and stuff, that was around 6:30. I was like, you know what? We don't get to see my brothers that often. They're having a ton of fun, so I really just let them play as long as they wanted. And then I checked the time, and I googled the urgent care, and I thought they closed at 9. They closed at 8, and it was 7:30 at that point. So we like rushed back home. They watched the kids for me, and I ran to the urgent care, and it turns out I don't have an ear infection. It's like forgot they said something with the tube being filled with fluid, which it's fine. It's not like an ear infection where the pain just keeps getting worse and worse, so that's good. I was able to sleep and rest and everything, but I have to go pick up some medicine for that today. And yeah, we went to bed super late, so after I got back, we ordered a pizza, and we hung out, and the kids were watching TV, and I got them into their bath because I have to run off to the urgent care, and I really just let them stay up late until my brothers went home. They finally got into bed. It was like around 10 when they fell asleep, and then I stayed up like another hour. I was watching Call the Midwife on Netflix, and it was a good episode, and I was like, you know what? I want to watch this, and so I stayed up late watching that. I still got up this morning around 7:45, but just between doing my morning routine and the kids waking up, I haven't been able to do any writing just yet, and it's going to be a crazy day. We have a soccer game, I have grocery shopping to do, laundry, chores, like I need to pay bills, tons of stuff. So it's going to be a crazy weekend. We have somewhere we need to be tomorrow, but you know what, I have my to-do list written down. I'm going to start with the most important thing first and just kind of start knocking things out one by one, and I'm going to see if I can get 1,000 words done this weekend. Any amount will be a win. Again, when you have little kids, a baby, anything, just remember to count any progress, any and all progress as a win, because it is. Life is tough. Mom life is tough, and trying to squeeze in a little bit of time to get words in is tough. Yesterday, I probably could have gotten any amount of words done before I went to bed. Frankly, I forgot. And that's okay. I was tired. I just got to bed, and that was it. Today is another day. I'll see if I can get some words down today, and still see if I can take my kids to the park or something later on in the evening, and get all those other things done between today and tomorrow. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And if I end up getting like 10 words done this weekend. It'll be okay. And Monday, you know, I'll be back at my desk with the kids back in school and everything, and it'll be okay. And even if that wasn't the case and I still had, you know, if that was my baby and I still had her, you know, every day, you know, you better bet that I would adapt. You know, as moms and as people, we adapt to our situations. And if you really want to do something, you'll really make the time to do whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's just 5 minutes a day or 15 minutes a day, whatever you can work towards. You know, think about also, how bad do you want to do this? How bad do you want to write and get your story down or work on your nonfiction book? So think about that, and just really make writing a priority, because if I can do it, anybody can do it. When I was still in college, and then I was a teacher for 3 years, and my oldest was a baby, you know, I started writing, and I was putting out 2 books a year for a while during all that craziness of being a teacher and having kids and having another child. And no, it wasn't like a book a month or a book every 2 months, but I was still getting out 2 books a year and making progress most days, and that was a win, you know. I have this little chart where I would cross off every day, and where I would see that chart every day, and if I made any kind of progress at all in my other business, I crossed off that day, and I tried not to break the chain. So again, just think about solutions whenever you have little ones. See it as a challenge, like, how can I get some words done? What can I do? What can I, you know, cut out of my life? What can I hand to somebody else? What can I say no to? Where am I wasting time even? Do I need to cut out a little bit of TV time? Can I use dictation while I'm nursing? Or when I'm taking them out for a walk? Can I do a quick 10 minutes sprint while they're napping before I head to do the dishes and the laundry? So again, just, there's always a solution. It might not be, you know, the ideal. I get to write for 2 uninterrupted hours a day, but, you know, see what you can find in your day so that you can get some writing done. And maybe you can find, it turns out you can find 2 uninterrupted hours. Maybe you can hire a responsible teenager in your family or close circle of friends to watch your baby and play with them in the next room for 2 hours for, you know, a reasonable amount of money. So again, just always be thinking about solutions. There's always a way to get your writing in. So that's what I highly encourage you to do. You know, just get in the right mindset. Of course you can do this. There's a way. You just got to find it. You just got to make it happen. So I'm going to go ahead and head upstairs because we're in for a crazy day. If you have any questions for me, any comments, any ideas for any writer moms out there who are struggling to find the time to write, whether it's, you know, motivation or, you know, strategies and ideas, definitely let us know in the comments. And let me know if you want to see more videos like this one. Alright, I just heard a big crash upstairs, so I'm going to go see what happened. But I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Alright, thank you guys so much. Bye.